We're here at the Nunawading and District Motorcycle Club testing the brand new Honda CRF250R for 2015. What a bike it is. There's a few new changes that we need to make mention. Now up front, we've got triple chamber, separate function fork. These shower units are unbelievable. The third chamber acts as a blow-off valve. So what it does is it keeps those air pressures a lot more regular throughout your whole ride. Also brand new for 2015 is what's called an engine mode button. It sits up on the right-hand side of the handlebars here, and what it does is enables you to be able to choose from 3 separate settings, and it's all based around ignition curves. Now there are actually a few little changes internally with the engine, a little bit with the ignition mapping. I'm looking forward to seeing how that translates out on the track. And something that'll make the Honda 250 fans out there very happy. Up the back of the bike, the twin tailpipes have got a slightly bigger core. Now, without a doubt, it's going to make it a little bit louder. We'll give it a bit more of a tougher note to it. Let's see how that feels. Looking forward to it. Well, it's time to give this thing a bit of a burl out there on the motorcycle track. Let's see how it goes. Unfortunately, we don't have Lukey Lee with us today. And it's only me that's going to get to ride this bike. Looking forward to telling you how it goes. I wanted to see how some of the new things for 2015 actually worked out there on the track. Let's start off with the forks. Last year's forks worked exceptionally well. These new ones though, a lot more adjustability, so I found I could stiffen them up a little bit, could really charge into the face of the jumps, the landers. Big hits were no problem whatsoever, but they also seem to perform really well on the small little bumps. It tracked really good going into corners, and it's a little bit rocky and skatey here today at Nunawading, so no problem whatsoever up the front. I did notice the extra size in the front disc rotor, 270mm, you really can feel the extra stopping power. And for a rider like myself who's used to riding a big bore 450, this little 250 just stopped on a dime straight away. No more than one finger needed on that front brake, that's for sure. The new tyres, the Dunlop 52s, work great in these conditions, tailor-made for the hard pack round. Wouldn't want to get them out in any of that real deep soft stuff that we might find at like a Rosebud or over in Western Australia with the deep sand. Now the engine, relatively unchanged for 2015. It doesn't seem to have been aimed towards one particular area, bottom end, mid, top. What you can feel though is a noticeable increase right the way through the range, and it happens as soon as you start to roll that on. You can notice a more distinct bark to the bike. It's got a real nice tough note to it now. Some of the other manufacturers have come up with a button that's purely for launch control, but Honda, ahead of the game here, they've come up with a button that changes your ignition curve around the whole track. And you can literally set it while you're riding. If you're right up there being a little bit of a heavier rider and a pro level rider, you're gonna wanna run that advanced curve. It really does make a difference, livens that engine up a little bit, and you can really notice a bit more horsepower. Well, that's a wrap here at Nunawading, testing the brand new 2015 Honda CRF250R. What a bike, a great track here to be able to put it to the test, and I'm picking big things for this thing in 2015. Let's see how it goes.